Morning, ladies. I'm not sure what time it is for you, but it's early morning here in Red Deer. Today is changeover day, so we're sending home a couple hundred athletes, and we're picking up a couple hundred athletes today, so it'll be a really super good day for us here. Last week was fantastic for us. Team BC did an amazing job of pulling it all together. Lots of podium performances, lots of personal bests. Yeah, just a really tremendously great experience. I don't know if any of you have been in the BC Games programs, but or the Canada Games programs. Well, I know some of you have actually because I've been there with you. So yeah, it's just such a fantastic experience. So yeah, and I had a great week. Just lovely to get to spend such amazingly quality time with athletes. Just sort of trying to continuously sort out the challenges and what we do and how we manage ourselves through those things. And so yeah, so it's just been a lovely week. Really looking forward to this week coming up too. So got some great sports. Got a women's hockey team coming in that are just totally dialed and just loving the work with me, and the coaches just super supportive. So really similar thing that I have going on with you guys, so with them, so that's really nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Love working with you ladies. Like, man, it's like so much fun for me. Okay, so congratulations on Arizona. It sounds like it was a lot of fun. It sounds like you got a lot of hard work in. It sounds like we probably learned a bunch. Sounds like you probably had to manage a few little mistakes well. And yeah, just unbelievable. I don't think anybody was going to be betting on those results. So that is just so cool. That is so cool. So thank you for just day after day after day of your commitment and your hard work, and just managing the social struggles, managing the physical body, managing your crazy minds. Like, thank you for all that hard work, right? Like, it's crazy that sometimes how much work it is. It is really crazy how much work it is sometimes and how exhausting it is. And for staying on top of your courses and staying on top of your grades and managing some social life and still being a reasonable member of your own personal family and all those kinds of things. So really, yeah. So yeah, so turning point here, out of the preseason into the season, which is really fun. I don't want you to treat it as anything like special. I just want you to treat it as we're doing it one day at a time. So you got a season opener coming up, which is great. That's exciting. It's really fun to get things going and make it real and all that sort of stuff. But I don't want you to think it's any different. I don't want you to think it's any different than any game you had to get up for in Arizona or any other game you're going to have to get up for this year, whether it's the final game of the year. I just want you to do them one at a time. And I think that's one of the things I learned slowest as an athlete, was not to make a big deal of things. So yeah, so we got work to do. We got lots to still continue to explore this year as athletes and as a team and all of those sorts of things. So I've gotten a few texts and emails from some of you, which I really love and appreciate. And if you're not doing that with me, and you think you could or maybe would or should do that with me, then let's get going on that. And if you don't want to do that with me too, then I'm totally fine with that. Like, I have no judgment about it, but I am here to help. And so what I'm going to do for you today is just a little piece on sort of some of the help that a couple of people have asked for, which I've addressed very briefly in little texts, and I'll just try to go into a little bit more detail with you here today. So I understand this process of trying to stay positive in the mind, and to have your little cue words to say to yourself, and to have your little sayings, your positive sayings to say to yourself. And I understand you're working hard on those things, and I love that. And I understand that we're trying to really begin to understand how that mind works, those 5 people that work upstairs in the conscious mind. And those are the executives. And those are the people that get mad and angry and frustrated and disappointed. Those are the people that worry. Those are the people that doubt. Those are the people that just like kind of mess things up. So there's sort of like these, that's your sort of conscious mind. And man, it's a piece of work sometimes. And I appreciate that you're working hard to try to make it better. And I appreciate that still it needs some work. And, you know, at where I'm at in life, I can tell you that I have really tamed that gremlin. I have tamed that gremlin, but still it sneaks in every once in a while, and I gotta like go, okay, no. Like, you're frustrated right now, Dave, and you don't need to be, so let's keep it going here. Like, just smarten up. So it is about sort of taming that negative gremlin. Yeah. And so down in that reticular activation system, you got that one lady that works there, and she's got a really super simple job, and that job is just to make sure that those people upstairs, those knuckleheads upstairs, are doing their work to do the visualization and that sort of stuff. And then You got 50 people working for you downstairs in that conscious mind, and they love you and they want to support you, and they're amazing. They're a million times more powerful. They're 7 times faster. There's like so many awesome, great things about them, and they love you and they want the best for you. And those people, they don't have a judgment. Those people don't get mad, frustrated, and angry. They don't know how to do that. Those people just go, what's next? Look at the TV screens. That's what we're doing next. Okay, we'll do that for you. They got a really, really, really simple job. Yeah, really simple job. And you got to like trust them and you got to believe in them. So in order, in those like really crucial moments of I'm at bat and I want to swing freely, I want to like make the best of it, I want to have myself in a position physically and mentally where it feels like the ball slows down. You know, those moments where you actually got to see the spin on the ball and you actually knew exactly what that ball was being doing. That time was expanding for you and it just felt like you had forever to swing and hit that ball. That's what we want every pitch. That's what we want every pitch. So the trick sometimes isn't so much as managing that conscious mind so it's perfect. The trick sometimes is just to fill the conscious mind with a routine that you do over and over and over and over and over and over again in exactly the same way so that nothing else can possibly sneak in. So the greatest limiting factor of the conscious mind is that it is only capable of one thought at a time. So if you've got a thought in there, there isn't room for another one. And so if you're in this place right now where you're really battling, you're trying to believe in yourself, you're trying to trust yourself, and then that negative thought creeps in, and then you push it out, and then it creeps in again, and then you push it out, and then you creeps in again. That's the game. That's the game, and we just got to figure out how to have less of the negative and more of the positive. And so with the routine, here's all we look at. We look at the notion of here are the physical things that we're going to do, and here are the overlaying thoughts that we're going to have relative to the physical things that we're going to do. So we build this routine, which you all have, and then we're going to overlay it with thoughts, which you all have. And what we want to do is we just want to continue to do a better and better and better job of overlaying really appropriate, supportive thoughts to each individual movement that we make. So if we just look at, so I had some fun with some of you last time I was down where I got you to show me your little routine. And so this isn't anyone's routine, but this is kind of the stuff you do. So if we look at it, you can screenshot this, right? So if we look at it, I'm reading everything backwards here. So the first thing we're going to do before we do anything is we're going to be like outside the box possibly, or sometimes the umpires don't let you go outside the box, so you're still kind of in your position because they won't let you go out. That's totally fine. Either way, it's good. But if you're outside, the first thing we're going to do is just take a nice breath. We're going to just take a nice breath, okay? And then we're going to dig that back foot in, which is what you often do. And then we're going to dig that front foot in, which is what you often do. And then, for my batter here, my example, we're just going to rest the bat on the plate. So we're just going to put the bat on the plate, and we're just going to leave it there, okay? And then we're going to lift it, and then we're going to point it towards the outfield, okay? And then we're going to swing it back, and then we're going to rest it on our shoulder, and then finally, we're going to lift it, and we're going to be in a ready position, okay? So I'm going to take my breath. I'm going to dig in the back foot. I'm going to dig in the front foot. I'm going to place the bat on the plate. I'm going to lift it and point it towards the outfield. I'm going to swing it up on my back shoulder, and then I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to be in my ready position. So that's a physical routine. And if you watch like the major leaguers, they've all got these like totally hilarious routines. Some of them do a thing with their gloves, and then they tap their cleats and get the dirt off them, and then they dig in, and then they do this, they that. Like sometimes it's hilarious. There's a tennis player on the world circuit right now, and man, oh my God, he does like 500 things before he serves the ball every time. Like it's hilarious to watch, but it's his routine. It's just what he does every time. To him, like I watch it and I just go, I think, oh my goodness, that's crazy. It's just what he does. And hopefully, if he's got some good sports psych support, every time he moves, makes a movement, he's also got a thought. And so what I got now is I got an example of thoughts. So the thoughts are, when we make that first breath, we just say to ourselves, so here we go. Okay, and then we dig the back foot in and we just remind ourselves to stay nice and calm. Nice and calm. Then we dig the front foot in and we say to ourselves, okay, nice and relaxed. Okay, and then we're going to place the bat on the plate and then we're going to ask ourselves the question, are we ready to go? Are we ready to go? It's a good question. And when you feel like you are, you're going to pick up the bat and then you're going to point it to the outfield. Okay? And then once we're going to swing it back, and then we're going to place it on our shoulder. And then we're going to say to ourselves, so let's have some fun. And then finally, we're going to lift that bat up, we're going to put it in the ready position, and then we're just going to say to ourselves, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Those 50 women downstairs have got it. They know exactly what to do. They're watching the TV screens. They have seen, ladies, 1,000,000 pitches before. They've probably handled every possible variation on what can possibly happen. And they're good with it. And so all we're trying to do is stay calm, stay relaxed, have some fun. And just know that we've got it. We got this. I say we because I don't say I got this because it sounds like it's like me. And I don't want to be by myself up there. I want to know that I got 50 people in the subconscious mind. I've got my lady running the TV screens in the reticular activation system. And I got these 5 knuckleheads upstairs who are just basically making sure that I'm in the right batting order, that I'm in the right place, I'm on the right side of the plate, and that we have got the images that we need for the subconscious mind. And their very last job is just simply to keep me positive. And we're going to keep me positive by not allowing anything negative to get in there. And so that whole kind of a system, I'll take a picture of this also and email it or text it out. And you just need to know that we're just trying to develop a system that can't be tampered with. So it doesn't matter what the movements are. It doesn't matter what the thoughts are. These are just examples. But the movements just have to flow into this really nice routine. And you've already got that really nice routine. So if you just stopped and thought about it for a while, like pick up a bat and just go through the routine and just think, okay, well, I do that, and then I do this, and then I do that, and then I do this, and then I do that. It's like, it's going to surprise you, all the stuff you do probably. You don't even know you do the stuff you do. And then the trick is just, as per my example, overlay a nice thought. Like, here we go. Right? It's all good. Let's have some fun. Stay calm, stay relaxed, stay positive, stay patient, like whatever you want. They're just words. They're just words to remind the 50 women down there in your subconscious mind that you are in control. You've got some control. And you have unbelievable amounts of trust and belief in them. And that is the important thing. That's the important thing. So, you got a big game coming up. It's not a big game. It's just another game. We're just going to do them one at a time this season. And you're going to do those games one inning at a time. And you're going to do it one pitch at a time. And we're going to build a really nice sort of series of sort of movements and thoughts also on the defensive side of things as well. So if I'm a shortstop or if I'm a fielder or if I'm a pitcher or if I'm a catcher, I'm going to build also a little routine for myself that way. So think about that a little bit too, is what are those movements? And I'll send you another one here. Maybe once I get back from the games, I'll send another little one out that maybe we'll look at some of that stuff. But in the meantime, when you're at bat, try and build yourself just a little simple little routine here. Let's get using it, because we don't need to be battling the negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Like it's like when you're struggling at bat, it's just like the subconscious girls downstairs don't care that you haven't had a hit in like 5 times at bat. They don't even remember that. They go, you know what, like, honestly, we don't keep track of records like that. That's what those knuckleheads upstairs do. They keep track of that stuff. They're the ones that doubt you. They're the ones that worry. Are you going to get a hit this time? Down here, we're just looking forward to having some fun with you. That's what we're doing down here. And every time we go to bat, we're expecting to get a hit. We're expecting to. I mean, we don't always get one. It's not a perfect world. If sport was easy, anybody could do it. It's not. You're up against some great challenges. You're up against some great pitchers. There's days when you are just better than others. It's okay. That's just all part of it. All we're trying to do is build consistency. All we're trying to do is build good systems. That's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to do it one day at a time. One little thing at a time. So I know you're starting to trust yourselves more. It's clear. I know you're starting to believe in yourselves more. It's clear. It's clear because you're having so much fun on the diamond. You crushed it in Arizona. Like, that is so good. Michelle and I haven't actually talked about it yet, but I can just imagine how proud she is of all of you. Like, and the rest of the coaching staff. Like, and you are of each other, which is the most important thing. Like, just notice in these girls that they are starting to dial it in and do great work, and just praise them for that. Just say, you know what, I'm seeing some differences in you. You're just staying more positive. We're letting go of things faster. Keep at it with each other. Like, we're all in this together. Like, we want everybody going to bat, dialing it in. We want everybody out in the outfield. So, when you go to the outfield, I always say, stay sharp. When you go to bat, let's have some hot bats. Hot bats, stay sharp. That's all we're looking for. Okay, and I'll come down early March and have some fun with you. And in the meantime, enjoy that first game of the season. We're on our way. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.